6 years ago. 6 years ago.
Yeah, 6 years ago. I had the stash. I was a bit younger, no kids at the time, so obviously I looked, much better. Now I'm a bit more tired, I guess. But but it's still me. Yeah.
What was the story for that? How did you interview RH?
Yeah, good question. So I met him in 2018 on that Block Expo conference organized by Revan Tech. It was a very cool conference because I also met Eric Wall the first time there. He was there and he completely destroyed Zilliqa when they were presenting. He literally just stood up and I started asking those guys a bunch of questions. They were they couldn't answer them. Basically, it was it was brilliant. But I digress. It was on that conference that I met him. And on the during the night, right, we went partying, restaurant, because the conference had a dinner and a party basically, I was there with Richard. Right? We talked a bit, we drank, we danced, and I took a few videos of him dancing on the tables. And then fast forward to 2019, right, when he was launching X, before he launched X. I wanted to talk to him, right? So I just sent him those videos, and he was like, "When was it?" He didn't remember, obviously. And I started talking to him about the videos, and then asked him if he wanted to do an interview, and he was like, "Sure." He was on that period, it was just doing interviews basically. And at the time, I was writing for Coin Rivet, which was a big UK news media, I guess. Cointelegraph. I wrote a few for CoinDesk as well. So I mean, I was writing for different news media, so it was easy to actually speak to him because of that too, right? So that's how it happened, basically. And I was already a believer in the concept of X, right? On the things that he wanted to build. So it was actually a pleasure, I guess, to interview him. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's amazing. Yeah, that's when in the back of the day, I remember he was like, anyone with the following, I'll talk to anyone. And I know you sound like you're like a journalist back then, right? So
yeah, more or less, yeah. Because
awesome.
I was at least for me, the way that I learn is by writing, right? So I was writing news and pieces about blockchain, about decentralization, and then I also moved into the academic world, like we discussed the last time. And so basically doing peer review science basically on blockchain. A third one coming, which is going to be interesting because it's one dedicated to, actually it's two of them. One is about prices and the other one is dedicated to basically. That one is still early stages. I'm still haven't sent it for peer review, but when I do, I'll let you guys know. But I'm sure it will be published because that's a type of science that you don't see that often, right?
So what was the second one you said? You dropped for a second. Hello.
Can you hear me or...
Okay, you're back. You were back for about 10 seconds. Yeah, you're back. What was the second one you mentioned you were writing the paper for?
Yeah. So I have two published ones. One is Crypto Constellations, which is about decentralization, security, and scalability, right? The blockchain trilemma. And the other one is about blockchain applications in the built environment space. That one is a bit boring. The other two ones that I'm writing now, one is about prices, right? So when I say prices, is what makes people join, and the conclusion is prices, right? But this is with a bunch of data that me and another lecturer analyzed. And the other one, the last one that I'm still writing, still early, but I'm sure it will get published maybe next year or 2 years. It's about Hart's law, right? So that one I think the community will enjoy.
yeah, we like the Hart's law for sure. Wow.
Yeah, 100%.
Did you know when you met him and hung out with him and stuff? Did you know that? Fast forward 6 years from now, could you see PulseChain happening? Could you see he's Interpol? Could you see was this
Absolutely.
guy destined for what was going on?
I saw him destined for greatness, right? But I never expected so much resistance to his message, honestly, from the crypto community. All the gatekeeping that still happens today, I find it extremely extremely odd, but it is what it is, right? I think people don't like to admit when they're wrong. So I was expecting that part to be a little bit different, but I was expecting him to win, right? I wasn't sure by how much, right? Or how it would happen, but I knew that, he has a different aura, right? He's just built different. He's a different guy. The way that he speaks is just it it's different. Like he's a different being. So I thought like already that he was destined for greatness, right? But I wouldn't expect everything that happened, like with the SEC, with the the Interpol, as you mentioned. I obviously no fucking idea.
One down, one to go. SEC has been beaten entirely. Interpol
Yes.
next, hopefully.